Hello and welcome to another chat. If you are watching this on the replay, put hashtag replay down below in the comment section. It is currently 10 to 7 in the evening, so it's 6:50 p.m. here in Australia. I'm on the East Coast and I go live before, but we had a huge storm come through. But that's gone now. It's just grey clouds outside. And so I thought I would hop on, and this may even be a better time for people in the UK. So here's hoping that everything is working. I tried to go live just before, and for some reason it was zoomed right in, and all you could see was this trolley, but like a little tiny piece of it. So let's just hope it's all going well. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know in the comment section. I would really appreciate that. So whilst we are getting ready, let me know where you're from and what's on your crochet hook. I'm just sharing the live to the Facebook group. So if you're not on our Facebook group, then come on over. There is a link below in the description box of this video where you will be able to find the Facebook group link. And cannot multitask, so I just need to type something. So I hope you are well. Everything is good here. It's very warm today. Another 30-odd degree day, which Celsius, which if you do Fahrenheit, that is around about 80 degrees. So a little bit warm. Charlie was not impressed about being so hot, but you know, Charlie's the dog, by the way, if you don't know. He was in here before. Trying to do a live chat with him in the room, I think, would be almost impossible. He is very, very lively. It would make it impossible to do a live chat. I would not be able to concentrate. Scraptastic Crocheter, good morning from Sweden. Welcome. Welcome. You are the first comment here on the live chat today, so that is awesome. What time is it in Sweden? I would love to know. Amelia says, I can see and hear. I'm from Texas. I cannot sleep. It's 2 a.m. I'm working on a corner-to-corner throw and trying to start a poncho. Well, that sucks that it's, 2 a.m. I don't know if you caught my live yesterday, but that was more USA friendly because I went live almost 3 hours ago, your time. So whatever time it was there. So what did you say it was, 2 a.m.? So it was about 11 o'clock p.m. your time when I went live yesterday. I'm trying to get back into these live chats. I really do enjoy doing them because I get to interact with you guys. Let me know if you've got some topics that you would like me to talk about, because at the moment, it's not really a planned topic. I mean, there is, but do we stick to that topic? Sometimes we do not. So today's topic is Charlie was in the craft room. This one is just a random one. But this was a full ball with a wrapper thingy on it. It is now not a usual looking ball. So that needs to be rewound. So that is two of my little things I need to do at the minute. I don't know why. Yesterday we had much better angle. Let me just see if I can move this. I think you might, you see the top of my computer screen. I know what it is. I have my chair lowered. Because if I sit like this, if I sit like this at the computer table, I literally can't get my legs under it. So that's why I looked different from yesterday's live chat. I'm just making the chat bigger so I can see it from further away. So let me know if this microphone is working and that it's good sound so that you can hear me, so you're not like turning your volume up really high. So I'm just going to rewind this because it's just, when they get to that stage and they just flop around. Well, it's at that stage. It's probably the worst colour to try and wind in this kind of light. But here we go. Oh, Kathy is in Texas as well. Hey, Lainey. How you going? Welcome. Miss you. For anybody that doesn't know, I actually know Lainey's crafting creations in real life. And yeah, I haven't seen her for, I don't even know how many years it is now. It's probably 6 years. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. Maria, hola. It's not hola, is it? Is it hola or is it hola? You don't pronounce the H. Maria and my spoiled doggy, Tiny Land from Phoenix, Arizona. Nice to see you. Welcome. What time is it in Phoenix, Arizona? I'm always interested to see what time it is around the world. My glasses are reflecting that light. It's very frustrating. Patil says, what is a popular Valentine's item that you've sold well? I actually don't sell any of my crochet, believe it or not. I mean, I did quite a number of years ago, but I don't normally sell my crochet. I only make one of anything, or maybe two of something. When you see a tutorial and you see the project in the tutorial, that's basically the only one of those I make. Hang on, I've got my yarn all twisted. I've hardly ever made multiple items of it. Valentine's item. Anybody else? Do you have any? I'm trying to get close to my microphone and also be in the middle of the screen. Does anybody else have any ideas for Valentine's gifts? Amelia saying, any ideas for a bed runner using worsted weight yarn? I need a stitch to use. What's a bed runner? Is that the one that just goes along the foot of the bed? Someone yesterday was asking about a baby blanket and what stitch I recommend for that. And I actually recommended my mosaic pattern because it doesn't have any holes in it, which is especially good for the babies with their little fingers and toes. But I don't know if that's something that you would want to make for a bed runner. Let me see if I can get that pattern. There you go. Just grabbing the link for you to put into the chat. And if you put it in the chat, that's what I'm doing. If you click on the link that's in the chat, it will take you away from the chat. So bear that in mind. Wait, that is the wrong link. Why did that not copy? Ignore that link. That's the link to the live chat. Let's get rid of that. Let's try that again. That is the link to the mosaic blanket. I do also have a free written pattern. If you need it, let me know. I can put a link for that. I can see those love hearts popping up on my chat. It pops up down on my screen just down there. So smash the love heart. If you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up button too. I would really appreciate that. What happens when you leave messages in the chat and when you give it a thumbs up? Goodness me. It lets YouTube know that you're enjoying the video. And oh my goodness. What did this dog do? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's still attached. This is not going to be fun at all. Elena, I don't know if you're still watching, but do you remember that time that us four undid a ball of yarn? I can't even remember what type of ball of yarn it was, but I know that was four of us trying to get that thing undone, and we did it. We did it. This feels like the middle because it's only got one strand coming off it. This dog, I love him, but he pushes the boundaries. Just like a kid, I guess. I'm trying to find the middle of it. Anybody else have pets that like their yarn? Oh, it's actually quite funny because I said to the dog today, I talk to my dog like it's a person. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I totally do it. And I said to him, I swear you're my child because you love yarn, but you really need to know how to learn how to crochet because this grabbing it and running off with it is not cool. If you're going to grab it and run away, at least crochet something for me. Maybe I could teach him to. Oh, I found the end. Maybe I could teach him to crochet and he could be my little worker. And I'll feed him biscuits as his payment. Thank you, Maria. She loves my dress. It is beautiful, isn't it? Has a garden theme to it. Lainey saying reminds me of the day when you lived here and we had that huge yarn up. Yes, absolutely. I hadn't seen that comment. I was too busy trying to get this undone. Wait, are you live, Leanne? Yes, I am live. I did not, however, plan this. We had a storm come through here, and I was going to go earlier and post all about it, but the storm came through, and I thought probably not a good idea to go live. We had a power cut too, so it would have literally just cut out on you. So we're going a bit later today. It's 11:30 nighttime where Maria is. Yes, mosaic. Yes. Not seeing a red live symbol. Well, that's a bit rude of YouTube not to do that. That is strange. Yes, total yarn bath, Shannon. It is. It's all over the desk. Yesterday my setup was so much better. How do I haven't even changed the camera angle, so I don't even know why it's. Maybe I was further away. If something crashes, it's just because I've got a project bag balanced on the edge of the table and it's getting very close to the edge. I think this is what I was doing. I was further away from the camera. And I had a skirt on yesterday that was up to there, so that's probably what it was. That's what I put in the chat, just up a bit. Yeah, snap. Hello, Kathy from Liverpool, England. What time is it in England at the moment? I was trying to do a England-friendly and probably Europe-friendly, and that part of the world, friendly live chat. And also Australia, because in Australia, it's currently 7:05. So in New Zealand, it would, well, not all of Australia, it's 7:05 in Sydney, which is the East Coast. And then in New Zealand, it is 9:05-ish, depending on if daylight savings is still going or whatever. It's always around that time. Thank you. It's a dress and it's really, really comfy. It has pockets. It's only short, like it's just on, oh, excuse me, it's just on my knee. I love it. I always get compliments when I wear it. Christine saying, good morning, Claire. I'm on my third Jess shawl. I love how easy they are. I'm in Liverpool, UK. Christine, and there was someone else just from Liverpool. Kathy might be neighbours. How awesome is that? 2 Liverpool people on the chat together. Thank you for choosing my pattern too, the Jess shawl. I love that shawl pattern. I was wondering if I could use that and base it. Sorry, make a poncho, but base it on the Jessica shawl. Because surely it's not that hard to make a poncho out of that. So it wouldn't be like the traditional poncho where it comes to a point. It would be more circular. Christine, what do you think of that? Do you think that would be a cool idea? It'd be a very full poncho because the Jessica shawl is very full. Maru, hello, Claire. Yes, our new puppy has taken a liking to my yarn. Oh dear. I feel your pain. I don't know if you've just jumped on, but this is what I'm currently winding up. Thank you to Charlie. I jumped on YouTube to share one of your videos, actually, and you were live. Thank you very much. Leanne's one of my huge cheerleaders. She's always looking out for me. She's got my back. That's so strange that it doesn't have a live red thing. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? There's only 16 people here today. So yesterday there was about 40. So who knows? I didn't advertise it. So I'm trying to figure out what time is a good time to go live. And if I can fit them into my schedule. So I just felt a piece of hair get wound up in that. Piece of my hair. Anybody else crochet their hair into the crochet? Did I just say crochet your hair into your crochet? You know what I mean. Yep, 9:06. Yes. Yes, so we are 2 hours apart at the minute. Holly's Crochet Life and Randomness. Yeah, it's 2 hours ahead here in New Zealand. Hey, Holly, how are you? Also a Kiwi girl, I'm assuming. What part of New Zealand are you in? That would be so pretty. Oops. Man, my Wi-Fi isn't happy tonight. Well, that sucks. I think that would be great, Claire. Thank you. It only has the live red thing on the main screen, not around your pic. YouTube are forever changing things. What did I notice? Oh wait, no, that was Facebook Messenger. Nothing to do with YouTube. But they've changed the layout as that as well. And I was like, where's the settings button? It used to be up the top, but now it's down the bottom. Rosie saying, hey Claire, Maryland, USA. It's just after 3 a.m. Are you still awake, Rosie, or have you just got up? There seems to be a lot of night owls, not owls, because that's beer. Yes, it doesn't seem to get strong once it's crocheted in. Yes. What is with that? It's like it's made of wire. You try to pull it out and it won't come out. It won't even snap. What is going on with that? Kookaburra says, hi from CC, New South Wales. Central Coast, I am guessing. I've just finished winding up a tangled mess of blue. My fault. Can't blame the dog. We've still got this to go. I've got all the... This is all I've got left. This bit is just not messed up, but it's currently winding from the outside of the ball, so it's jumping all over the place on the table. Love the hat or bucket hat on the shelf. Thank you, Maria. This one here is my, I'm going to say Granny Stitch summer hat. Sun hat. Let me just quickly check and I can tell you exactly what it's called. And I can also chuck a link in for you. It's called the Easy Crochet Sun Hat / Bucket Hat. So in the video tutorial, I do give you, do I give you instructions? You know, I can't remember. I don't know if it's instructions for both brims. I think I can't actually get that down. Can't get that down. It's pinned to the mannequin. And those lights are actually pinned to it as well. I need to unpin it. Just bear with me. There we go. So this one has wire in the hat. It's got like wire that doesn't kink. He's hoping that doesn't kink. No, it doesn't kink. I think this one fits me. So the sun hat has the wire in it, and then the bucket hat doesn't. And what happens is because the wire it doesn't stretch it, but it makes it sit nice and firm on the brim. But then when you don't add the wire, it doesn't come out as far. I thought I'd have made a bucket hat with this pattern. But where is it? I don't know. I made it to fit my niece. And maybe I've taken it up to her. I have a terrible memory. I can't remember. Stay. The lights have gone all wonky. Where was I? Up to... I'm in Hawke's Bay in the North Island. Lovely. I didn't press enter on that tutorial. I'm in Arizona, USA, and it's 1:10 a.m. here. Uh-oh. Got a problem. So anyone that's just joined us, I am rewinding some yarn that my dog got to. And he thinks when he grabs that ball of yarn that it is Christmas. He has so much fun. On the inside, I'm actually kind of laughing because he's having so much fun. But on the outside, because at the moment he's only allowed to grab acrylic yarn. That's why none of my nice yarn is in here. Even though this is still nice yarn, it's less of a crisis if he grabs a $3 ball than a $10 or $15 ball. And why was I saying that? I don't even know. Oh yeah, so he has so much fun. He thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. But I can't let him know that. I think it's hilarious. Because then he'll just do it more. And I'll have no yarn left. And he had this ball of yarn for about 10 seconds. And he managed to rip the label off and get it into 3 sections. So I don't even know how he did that. He's a boy. Haven't gone to sleep yet. Saw that you were live and came over. Well, thank you, Rosie. I hope I'm not keeping you awake. People have said I've got a calming voice, so maybe you may fall asleep. I think it was my Wi-Fi has stopped having a fit. Well, that's good. Oh, your dress suits you too. Thank you. I've got a couple. This company, it's an Australian company, Natopia. They sell dresses in really funky prints, and they also sell leggings in really funky prints, which I absolutely love. Leanne, I don't think you've seen any of them. I don't think I've worn any to the craft retreat. I do have some crochet ones that they did, but I think the crochet ones that you've seen are different ones. I got them from an English company, which I think are called Snapdragon, snapdragon.com. English company has really cool clothes. They're like a digital printed fabric, so they look so real. And I've worn them to Yarny events before, and people think that I've crocheted the leggings. I probably should do it just because I can. See, but no, what is it? Oh, Casey here. Yeah, hi. I just saw your profile picture. How are you? Speaking of craft retreats, thank you. Yes, thank you, Lan, for putting the word out. Hey, SJ Howland, how are you? Thank you for joining us here on the live chat. Let me know what's on your crochet hook, if anything. Yes, clever boy. You haven't done any crochet in years. Well, that's a shame. Have you fallen out of love with it or just haven't had the chance? So I just want to wind up this ball, and then you're probably wondering, frog it or finish it. What is that about? So last night we were on the live and I was complaining how many works in progress I have. And I want to frog the ones. Well, actually, they're probably more like UFOs. I want to frog the ones that I know I'm not going to finish and reclaim that yarn so it can go back into my yarn stash and potentially be something that I actually want to make and finish. And then decide on the projects that I want to finish. I think I have, I'm just going to guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see 9. Some are in project bags, some aren't. And I would like to have 3 of those as projects I am actually going to finish. Because I know what I'm like. It'll go in the bag and then I'll forget about it. I think I need to be, what is it? Monogamous? Is that the word? Where you just work on one project. That is totally not my personality at all with projects, crochet projects. I have a scarf I'm knitting, which is not in this room. It's down the other end of the house. And I'm pretty sure since starting that scarf, I have not made any other knitting projects. I have not cast on anymore. I have a cardigan that I really want to finish. I'm pretty sure it's been on the needles for like 3 years. And when I picked it up the last time, which was only about a month ago, I literally only had to do, so it's a short sleeve, sort of like this. I have to do the band on the sleeves and then the band that goes up the front and around your neck. I think I'd already done the bottom band. So why did I put it into hibernation for like 3 years and didn't finish it? It was, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours from being finished. I still haven't finished it. I told you, I know my personality. I haven't finished it, but I want to knit this scarf. And I'm also trying not, I don't even know if they're clean. They're not very clean. But I'm trying not to bite my fingernails. So I'm finding if I'm crafting or just doing something with my hands that I'm not biting my fingernails. Plus, I promised my 6-year-old niece that I wouldn't. That's a very big promise for me to try and keep. Oh, let me just scroll back. I've missed something. My little man has to sleep or play on the yarn I'm working on. Yep. Is that your child or is that a dog or a cat? Because pretty much they would all do the same thing. I'm okay. I've been knitting because more makes my shoulder hurt a lot. That's no good. Hey, Noni, how are you? Yes, do take care. Even knitting, hopefully it doesn't aggravate your injury. I started that blanket for one of my dogs with the mosaic pattern of yours, with the border for some other wonderful person who I cannot remember the name of. Sorry, I'm bad at remembering names. Me too. I'm bad at remembering anything. You get the edited version normally. I edit out all the ums and ahs and blank moments and Casey's saying, I'm good. I'm crocheting a raffia beach bag. Ooh. I'm looking after my hands, so pacing the project. Yes, that raffia, yay, done, is harsh on your hands. So let's get into some of these projects. Now I know, got a pen stuck in there. I know I want to frog this project because I'm literally editing the video. This was made, I don't even know, like I'm going to say a couple of years ago, and it just got shoved in a tub of stuff, a tub of crocheted stuff. And I know I don't need it because this was just a trial run and I didn't end up using it, and I'm not going to use it. So we are frogging it. Let's move away so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, everyone, time to have a drink. Holly's saying that she's got 6 WIPs on the go, 4 blankets, and 2 shawls to get done by winter, hopefully. Yes, you can get that done. We will cheer you on. Okay, let's start winding this up before we get too much out and get ourselves in knots. So this was made with Red Heart Super Saver. If you're American, you know this yarn. It is a worsted weight, a 10 ply, or a Aran weight yarn. And it's an American brand. Comes in lots and lots of colors. All good here. Just tinkering away. Yay, yes, I finally got, I did not think I would get that blue ball of yarn wound up without too much trouble. I thought that was going to be an absolute nightmare. I used to have 3 or 4 blanket WIPs, but the mice decided to get, hang on, I just need to move a ruler. It's in the way of the screen. Get into my dresser drawers and have a field day. Oh no, with them. So I had to throw them away, sadly, along with everything else. Oh no. Those pesky mice. And you only need one. And they can wreck a lot of stuff. I had some yarn that they got into, or a mouse got into, and it, you know, went to the toilet and made a little nest in there. I had to check the whole thing out. It's gross. SJ Howland is saying, I'm going to be working on a sweater soon. Is that knitted sweater? I had a conversation with a lady on the train the other day. Well, I had actually had 2 conversations with 2 different ladies about knitting. I was just knitting a scarf and I was using circular needles even though I was knitting a flat piece. And she was absolutely fascinated and she was asking all these questions. And it was a really lovely chat, actually. She's like, I have to go and research this, which I think is really cool. You'll find someone else that does the craft that you do, and they might have completely different tools to you. And even if it's the same, like it might be a crochet hook, but a different type of crochet hook, and you're like, where did you get that? That looks awesome. Can you hear these stitches coming undone? Let's get rid of that one. Maybe tomorrow I should go through my knitting and crochet bags. Haha, I have no idea what I have waiting for me. I've been keeping myself busy with pottery and English paper piecing. Yes, you have, and your English paper piecing is beautiful as well, but your pottery is just so cool. Lainey, do you have a Instagram or anything? I don't know if you can add links. Of course you have Instagram. I follow you on Instagram. Is that your business page that I follow? Lainey's making these little gnomes at the minute. Oh my goodness. I need to have one in my life. They are the cutest things. I don't even know where my phone is. I can't even look it up. Must be, oh, I know where it is. It's in the lounge room. SJ loves the circular needles. That's actually all I have. Did I ever have straight needles? Maybe when I very first started to knit, and then someone, probably one of my crochet friends, has recommended to get circulars because with the bendy cable, the Chalgu red cable ones. I can't get this undone. I've sewed in my ends too good. Yeah, they recommended to get those ones, and they are brilliant. Lovely to knit with. Oh, first of all, I had the higher sharps, if you know any knitting needle brands. And I love the needles, but the cables kinked, and then someone, I don't know who, could have been Chantel from Fiberific, has recommended the Chalgu ones. Kathy's saying some knitting yarn shops only sell circular needles now. Is that right? Huh. You can always find straight needles at thrift shops. We call them charity shops here in Australia, but thrift shops, charity shops, op shops, whatever you want to call them, you can always get a great selection of straight needles. Maybe everyone's changing to circular and they're donating all their flat needles. SA composes music. Cool. Mary's saying, yeah, so I had got the tiny blanket WIP for my dogs now, hoping the mice don't ruin this one because Premier puzzle yarn is not cheap. Yes, no, you do not want the mice to get into that. Noni's saying, I'm afraid of what I might find in my closet. I have a couple of WIPs in there. Do you think they might have bred whilst they were in there? Demona Young saying, hi, great to catch you live. Hello, welcome. No, he's saying, I better go to bed. It's 2:30 a.m. I'm so glad I caught you live. Thank you. Yes, you better go to bed. Thank you so much for joining us. I've just found a knot in the yarn. Thank you so much for joining us here on the chat. Hopefully we can catch up on another live soon. Happy crochet. I would guess Chantel, they are a firm favourite with her. Yeah, I am guessing it was her as well because it was either Chantel or my New Zealand friend Karen. They're the two people's names I have in my head. It's probably neither of those. Why can't I get the same angle I had yesterday? Dear. Gremlins have been in and moved everything around. I have tried for the last year to only have one WIP at a time. So far, so good. I'm working now on a project my daughter never finished. 3 a.m. Hey, Jill, welcome to the chat. You know what? Maybe that should be one of our goals that we can work towards. We could work towards only having one WIP. So do you have unfinished items, Jill? Is there like a cupboard full of stuff that you haven't touched in ages? Because that would make sense. You could have a whole bunch of unfinished items, but then just get one of those out, work on that the entire time, because we all know multitasking doesn't get projects finished. And then once that WIP is finished, then you can choose another UFO. That might be fun. Leanne, 2005. Huh. There were 2 CDs in the middle of that crochet. I didn't think that these would actually come apart. I thought they were all stitched together, but they're not. They're crocheted. Oops, sorry. Bashing the desk. Hit that little love heart or whatever you want. I can see it popping up on my screen. I cannot. Oh, God. Cannot see who's doing it, but I can see them on my screen. Okay, 2025 is going to be my WIP kits only year, excluding beanies for the festival. That is cool. Yep. Yes. I think I could. I don't know if I could do one work in progress. Jill, do you knit as well, or do you only crochet? Because I would have to have. I'd have to have two. I'd have to have one knitting, one crochet. "3 a.m. in Indiana." SJ saying, "I just finished a shawl that took me 3 to 4 years to finish." I think we've all got one of those projects. Congratulations. Congratulations on finishing it. That is now not a half-finished project. What did the pink went back into the ball, so that's good. I've got this. Should I frog that or should I throw it in the bin? Let me know. Emoji, so a frog emoji for frog it if you've can do that. And a chicken emoji for putting it in the bin. I don't know. Let me undo the knot whilst you guys are thinking about it and letting me know. No, everything is finished. Wow. Jill, you're amazing. One day when I grow up, I want to be like you. Okay, I have just undone that and a few stitches. We have Leanne wants to frog it. Lainey wants to chuck it. Leanne saying waste not, want not. Holly's saying frog it. SJ saying it's probably one of my favorite projects from Expression Fiber Arts and Yarn from the same place. Yeah, she has some really beautiful projects. Oh, Murray's saying chuck it. I have to say, my grandma taught me how to make a chain when I was young. I started watching your channel when it was Bob Wilson 123, and your tutorials helped me pick it back up again. Thank you. You are more than welcome, and thank you for watching my channel for so long, because Bob Wilson, I can't even remember when I changed my business name, but I'm thinking it's like 3 or 4 years ago. So thank you so much. Oh, Jill wants to frog it. Should we frog it or throw it? Frog it for a frog emoji, chicken, or whatever else you want to put in for chuck it in the bin. So far, I think. Oh, wait, we can start a poll. This is even more fun. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this. I've never done this on live. Frog or. What am I doing? I'm going to frog it or throw it. Oh my gosh. If Chantel was watching me now, she'd be like, oh my goodness. Throw. She's so good at this. So if you don't know Chantel is from Fiberific, and she has a crafting channel. And every Thursday she has a live chat, and she is like pressing buttons and putting things on the screen and doing things in the chat. She doesn't miss a beat. Okay, I think I've started a poll. Oh, it's up the top. Okay. Not what I meant, sorry. It looks like too much yarn to throw away, in my opinion. Aha, fair enough. Yes, with you. Rosie's saying frog it. Kathy's saying frog it. You all want me to keep the yarn. It's really not that big. All right. 88% has said frog it so far. That's insane. 89%. Okay, I better start frogging it. When you frog yours, do you wherever the I don't even know where it is now, I've tucked the end in, but do you that's really blown out. Do you make a knot on that piece of yarn in the end and then tie this to that, or do you just roll it onto the ball? Personally, I just roll it onto the ball so that I know that it's coming to a knot, even though there's not a knot there. I know that there's going to be a join. Does that make sense? 85% say frog, 15% say throw it. Uh-huh. That's fair enough, Jill. And thank you for watching me since Bob Wilson. When people say that now, it's like a blast from the past. Like I've almost forgot that was my business name because I've said, when I talk to people in real life or wherever, I say crochet with Claire. So it's not something that the word, I don't use it really anymore. So it's not something that just pops into my brain. Yay. So that is gone. Project number 1. See you later. See you later. It's not going to fit up there. Let's put it on the desk with the rest of the junk. That is not in screen for a reason. I'm out of water. Okay, next project. Sorry, did I just yell into the microphone? Now, this looks like it was gonna be a market bag. I'm thinking. Because it's definitely not a hat. It's a little big. So I'm thinking it was going to be a market bag. I don't know about you, but do you have exaggeration, but 50 million project bags or bags that you've crocheted that you put in your car to get your groceries? Here in Australia, they don't do plastic bags anymore. So you've got to buy them, the bags they have in the shop. So we have bags that are reusable, but I've got a heap of crochet ones as well. I do not need another marker bag. So I'm just catching up on comments. So Leanne's saying, because I do amigurumi, those little pieces are very handy. Well, they would be, wouldn't they? Yeah, absolutely. I don't do Why can I not say that word? Amigurumi. What am I trying to say? Amigurumi. I'm trying to say origami. Amigurumi. I don't make those, but I can definitely see why that would be handy. Roll it. Never have knots in my work. Good tip there, Demona. I don't normally knot my yarn. Sometimes I do, but not normally. Good for scrap yarn projects. Excellent. I tie the yarn ends together myself. Save it for a scrappy project. Yep, there'll be plenty of those coming up. Always making some sort of scrap project. I'm saying way I started with Bob Wilson and kept the subscription. Awesome. Yes, I've had quite a few people recently. They must have maybe had a hiatus from crochet or something, or they've gone to look something up and they're like, I found you. So a lot of people, even though it's been years, still don't know that I'm not Bob Wilson anymore. Yeah, I almost called you your old YouTube name by mistake. Yep. So it seems like we've got a lot of loyal subscribers here. Thank you so much. The only issue I find with bags like that is they stretch out a lot. Yeah. Oh, no, but Leanne's saying in my circle, it's all about the crochet bags at the moment. Okay, so let's do another one. Do we keep it or do we frog it? Finish it or frog it, knowing that I have to have only 3 projects left at the end. I do not need another market bag. That's what this would have been, just looking at the shape. I do not need another market bag. I am definitely on the frogget side. So chuck in a frog, chuck in a finish. What do you think? Come on, 24 people. It's time to have your say. 20 thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Yep, frog. Oh, lots on the frogs. So this is actually a cone of cotton and it is still attached. So it literally wouldn't be wasted. Like it wouldn't, it's not cut. I don't even remember making this. So this could even be like more than 6 years old. Don't even know why it's still there. I found a box of crochet that I've had for forever and a day. And I was going through that, pulling out projects. So yeah. Okay, we are all on the frog. Let's go. Let's frog this baby. I mean, really, it's not that much crochet. When you frog something, if you've made it recently, I personally find it harder to frog it because you've still got the memory attached to crocheting it. This is so old, literally cannot remember making it. There's zero connection. So this is American cotton. Does anyone know the brand of that? I'm going to guess, because it doesn't have a label, and normally I would shove it in there, but it's not in there. I'm going to guess is it Sugar and Cream? Lily's Sugar and Cream. I grabbed years ago, like 15 years ago, grabbed about 10 different colors of these. They were a really good price, and the shipping back then was fairly cheap to come to Australia. And Australia didn't have cotton like this. So this is a worsted weight cotton, which is a 10 ply or a Aran weight. We didn't have this thickness of cotton many years ago. So that's why I got it. But I don't know where the other ones are. Who knows? That's another froggy project. Rip it, rip it. Yeah, you can gift it to someone. It could be Sugar and Cream. Yeah, I think it is. I don't know if you'd be able to tell by looking at it like that. Probably not. It's soft, but not super soft. That's pretty. What will you now do with that pink? Oh, and the other colors too. I have no idea. What projects do you make with cotton? I'm not really much of a cotton fan. I prefer acrylic, a good acrylic, not a scratchy, gross acrylic, or a 100% wool, like a merino. I love a merino. I can't do a packer because I'm allergic to it. So Jill uses it for dish rags. I've seen lots of bags made out of it. I can see them. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what brand it is. You know what I should start doing? Writing dates on yarn labels when I purchase them. Yes, it is. It's Lily, Sugar and Cream, 14 ounce, 400 gram, number 4 worsted weight. What size crochet hook does it recommend? Ew. Yuck, there was a dead bug on my lap. I thought it was like a biscuit crumb or something. 5mm crochet hook. Or a 4.5 knitting needle. Wait a minute. No, that is for a pattern. That is for a dishcloth pattern. Sorry, 5mm crochet hook or a 4.5 knitting needle. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. But this is what that is. So Lily's sugar and cream. Sorry, I just bumped the thing. This is probably even an old label. Like, I don't even know what their labels are anymore. So I've got pink and like a denim blue. You can see one that's variegated down there as well. So I just need to put that back, because if I have too many things on this desk, it will drive me nuts. There's already way too much stuff on there. Oh, it's stuck. Peaches and cream cotton. That's just the different brand, peaches and cream, and it's just the same sort of thing, isn't it? Really, it's just another brand. It would be great for kitchen things like hot pad handles or washcloths. That's a good idea. Use it to make holder tops. Cool. And a bottle holder for travel. Halter top. I don't know if I'd wear a halter top. Who knows? If I crocheted it, maybe I would. Love that yarn. Haven't got it in forever, but I find it really good for no wearable projects because of the sturdiness. Yes. Yes, I can see that. It would be very sturdy. I wonder how it would weave up for tea towels or placemats. I wonder if Emma would know. I know Emma's not on here at the moment, but I wonder if she would know. Non-wearables, sorry. That's all right. I knew what you meant. It's all good. It's similar, yes. Well, that's good to know. I don't know if I've ever had what was it? The peaches and cream. I don't know if I've ever had that yarn. I know I've obviously got the lilies and cream. I think I got this. Who did I buy this from? I think it was like the Yarnspirations website before it was Yarnspirations. Whatever it was called before that. SJ saying I was testing out a homemade pattern. Probably was going to use a different yarn for actual pattern. Yep. I think it would be perfect for tea towels and placemats, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too. It feels like it would be is there like fluff flying around in front of the camera? It feels like it's very absorbent. I didn't think this was a lot of crochet, but it's still going. I think I've used the treble crochet stitch. Oh dear. But, you know, I'm never going to use it. It would literally just sit there. I'd never use it. Well, I can't use it. It doesn't really function as anything. And I also would never finish it. So Inspirations called Red Heart always had their own website, and then the Yarnspirate, an American may know this story better, but this is what I've understood. So Red Heart had their own website, and then the Yarnspiration company, whoever that is, bought out Red Heart. So then Red Heart products went on the Yarnspirations website. So I don't think there is a Red Heart website anymore. I bet your phone just changed your inspirations to inspirations. Yes, I am heading up in August, Leanne. Absolutely. That is my favorite. Can you see all the fluff flying around? That's gross. It is my favorite crochet yarny event. Well, it's not really just crochet, it's knitting, crochet. There's people, I've seen people weaving, and one year there was a lady painting little figurines. Craft retreat. Let's call it a craft retreat because it is a craft retreat. Sometimes not much crafting gets done because we're too busy yakking, but I absolutely love it. I just love the chilled atmosphere. You don't have to rush around. You don't have to rush off to a class. So for anyone that doesn't know, I go to Fiberific, Chantel, who's here on YouTube. I go to her craft retreat. It's 2 nights, 3 days, and we stay in cabin style accommodation. And there's one big main, kind of like a hall, big common room type thing. And we all just sit around. We've all got our own tables, and we all just sit around and craft or chat. We laugh a lot. We generally learn a new skill because everyone's sharing their things, and sometimes there's like mini classes on something, and it's just casual. Like if you want to join in, you join in. If you don't want to do the little class, you don't. It doesn't cost any extra. It's awesome. The food there is great. Leonie, I think is her name, and every time we go there, we just say we want you to come home and cook for us. Because she cooks us all our food. She cooks morning tea, breakfast, afternoon tea, dinner. The first year I bought quite a few snacks because I like to snack. I'm a snacker. I did not snack at all because she fed us so well that I did not need any snacks. Spin Right, that's it. That's who owns Yarnspirations. What were they before Yarnspirations? Yes, then tried to do transformations. Good old spell check. It's always throwing in words that you don't actually want to type. Okay. Ta-da! Project number 2. Gonski. I have this here. What was in that? It has some blue tack stuck to it. Actually, pink tack, blue tack, whatever you call it. Anybody remember what was in that? Was it this? I don't even know. That is what is going in there. Hey, Nancy from Ontario. How are you? What time is it over there at the minute? We've been chatting for just over an hour, and we are playing Finish It or Frog It. All right, I can see this one. It's a mess. Somehow the yarn label is still attached to the ball. This might be a rewind. So let's have a look at the project. We have this, and yes, it is that bright. It is a very bright yellow. I think it's actually called bright yellow. Yes, it is. This is another Red Heart Super Saver yarn. So I've got bright yellow and bright yellow. This one is still attached to the ball, and this one is not. Frog it or throw it. It's definitely not a finish it because I know these were the practice pieces to my cradle bag that I made. These were the practice pieces. And then I actually decided I don't have enough yarn to do that. So That is really frustrating how that is like that. Can I get that through there? And will it? Yes, it came off. Okay, so that needs to be rewound because as you can see, it's falling apart. So frog it or throw it. We've got very sensible people here on the chat tonight because hardly anyone is saying throw it. Where I'd be like, if this was up to me, this would be in the bin. Okay, frogging it. Let's do it. Okay, let's start with the one that... How's the lighting going? Am I lit up enough? Because it's pretty much almost dark outside. So we're just going off my lamp that I've got here at the minute. All right. Can you hear these stitches? I don't know if anyone replied before. Can you hear that? I love the frog emojis. They're so cute. You can hear it. Oh, that's cool. All right, so I am just winding this up. I don't know if I have showed you. I have a video tutorial to do this. But this is how I wind my balls of yarn. So I just grab it and then I have my fingers apart like that. And I wind it around. I wind and windy, 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 windy. Till I get about that much. Then I get it and I twist it. And what do I do? Twist it. And then, so I've twisted it and then I kind of pinch it. Oh, fluff. And then I wind it around, but I'm winding it around my fingers and the ball of yarn at the same time. It's blowing out with that light. So I'm winding it around my fingers and the ball. And then I do that till I'm sick of it. And then I take my fingers out. This bit is kind of like the fiddly bit, but then after this it's not. Take my fingers out. And then I wind it again. So I did it this way. I'm going to turn it that way. Hold it. And wrap it that way. Again, until I get sick of it. Oh, goodness. Pull my fingers out. Grab it. So I've wound it that way. And then I turn it. And as it gets bigger... Did I teach you to wind that way? That's cool. As it gets bigger, it's not going to work with this one because it won't. I just, instead of turning it like that, you'll get like a bit there. And that's when I turn it to there and then wind it over that bit. Like I said, there's a full tutorial for that. Sorted. Let's see if I can find that video. It's been a while. Oh, here we go. 5 years ago. What? That cannot be 5 years ago. YouTube, you're lying. Okie dokie. Oh, I didn't actually finish this one off. So I'm just going to pull this out and then I'm going to wind it back because this one's attached to the ball. Thank you, Leanne. Well, I didn't tell you I was live, so I figured you're not on shift. So again, got my fingers apart. Oh, hello, Chantel. Speak of the devil. We were just chatting about you a little minute ago. Actually, we've talked about you a few times. It's all good. Don't worry. Oh, fluff. All good. I was wondering who introduced me to Chalgu knitting needles. And in my head, it's either you or my friend Karen in New Zealand when I lived there. And then also we're talking about Craft Retreat, saying how amazing it is. Of course, it's all good. So we're playing Finish It or Frog It. But there's also been another category added. Finish it, frog it, or throw it. And so far, we've got very sensible people here in the chat, and they want me to frog it to keep the yarn. This is actually one of my favourite colours that's blowing out like no one's business. This is my favourite colours, one of my favourite colours that Red Heart Super Saver has. The other one is, what's it called? I think it starts with an A. You know, I don't have any. I don't have any in my stash. I love it so much. I don't have any left. I love teal, but it's not a teal. It's like a bright blue. It's not called teal anyway. It's a bright blue. I can't think of the name now. If you watch my videos enough, you will probably know the name. Who knows? I've given up. Jill says, I don't put my fingers in after the initial start. What are they? One of the benefits of doing it that way? The benefits is got a knot. Let me just undo this and then I can't multitask. I'm terrible. So the benefits of putting your fingers in the entire way around as you do it is that, so if you just wind it without anything there, if you do it really quick, you're pulling really tight, not really tight, but you're pulling tight on the yarn. And what happens is it stretches. And then when you go to crochet or knit it or whatever you're going to do with it, it's stretched and it doesn't have any give anymore. So when you put your fingers like that and you wrap around your fingers, you're leaving finger, I need to get this at the right angle. Oh, that's all. There we go. You're leaving the finger width space. So I'll wind it up and then you'll see what happens when I let go. When you let go, it just relaxes. It's not tight. Look at this thing. It's like spaghetti. It's all over the place. Okay, let's just wind some of this up. And what you'll feel is it starts to get tight across your hand. So you can see that. Let me get my hand in the right spot. Why is that so blown out? There we go. Let's do it over there. Take it out, and I don't know if it will stay there. No. But that's now all loose. And it's squishy. If your ball's not squishy, if your ball isn't squishy, you've got a problem. If it's really hard and dense, you've wound it too tight. Absolutely, Chantel. I'm glad we think the same way and have the same answer. Frogget, I love the cakes on the left of you, Claire. These ones? That's Hobie yarn. And they are huge cakes. Yep, not touching that. I do have a Hobie affiliate link. I don't know if it's in the description of this video. And the yarn is cotton yarn's falling out of the shelf. If you're not paying attention, it can do that. It's just got all loose, which just means I've just wound way too much. Oh, fluff coming off this. I've just wound too much at once. So I'm just going to pull that out. Okay. So I've wound too much around my fingers. Ooh, it is literally like spaghetti. One big long piece of spaghetti. Oh, okay. So I just wound it this way. And then I'll put my fingers there so you can see where it was. I'm just going to turn it a little bit. You'll kind of like see gaps. So looking at it, there's like a gap here. Oh my goodness. There's a gap there. There's a gap there. So I just like to just wind it over that. And I just turn it around a little bit. You'll see it's just a little bit turning. Oh, so on the back, when I take my fingers out, I'm actually just putting my thumb over the strand of yarn so it can't unwind. Oh, it's almost done. It's almost done. And I've got a knot. Of course. So have you ever frogged a project that's pretty much half done? I'll tell you what, it feels so good to frog these projects, have them out of my life, and back in the yarn stash. That is project number 3. Like, look, check this out. That was a hang on. That was a project. And that was a project. Gone. See you later. Okay, now I have one here. Chantel, if you're still watching, and Leanne, you'll know what this is. It is Peyton's Sierra. And this start of my crochet pants. Lots of people knitted. We call them tracksuit pants here in Australia. What do you call them in America? They're made of fleecy fabric and they're lovely and warm in winter and have a drawstring waist or elastic waist. Baggy, not tight pants. So these were going to be my crochet tracksuit pants, and this is as far as I got. And I have fluff in my mouth. The retreat was, I'm going to guess and say last September. So from last September, before last September, this is how far it's got to. Now, bear in mind, these are pants. Should we frog it? I think this is going to be a pain to frog because it's kind of fluffy. Kind of fluffy yarn. So if you want to frog it, put in your frog emojis. If you want to bin it, which I don't really want to bin it because it's really pretty. But if it's really hard to frog it, it's probably going to go in the bin. So frog it, put a frog, bin it, put a chicken or a rooster emoji, or if we're going to finish it, please don't vote for that. Because I have really long legs. And that's a lot of crochet to finish that off. I know it's not going to get finished. I think this yarn, personally, for me, is too pretty to be a pair of pants. I feel like it should, for me personally, should be a jumper that I'll wear a lot, or a shawl or something, or even a hat or something like that. There is fluff and dust from those projects all around the place. Okay, there's no Hobie affiliate link. So don't make any purchases from Hobie until you find a link. I have one, but it might take me a while to find it. Jogging pants. Joggers or sweatpants. Fluff on my face. Hey, Natalie. How are you? Make it a cowl. Yes, I feel like that's what it should be. I think it's got wool in it. It's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. Does that focus? No. Let me see if I can focus it. Get off me face. Anyway, that's what it is, and it uses a 4mm crochet hook and knitting needles. It's really pretty. And this one is called, in case you're wondering, it's just got color number 3190. But I think on the website, Peyton's, where is Peyton sold? I know it's sold in Big W. Is it sold at Spotlight? I think it has a name. Jogger pants, they are called in the pattern. Okay, jogger pants, there you go. There shall be no jogging in my pants. Probably sweatpants. I'll probably be sweating in my pants, but no jogging in them. I know that's 100% sure. I care for my mother-in-law. She is not sleeping tonight, so I am awake. Also, she had Alzheimer's, and she will get her nights and days mixed up. She had walked out of the house 4 times. Jill, I know that is a very, very hard thing for you to do. But I guess you can hang out with us for a bit. Lainey's saying, I'm going to be controversial and virtual, whatever, I can't even say that word, and say throw it. Lots of people want to frog it. Thank God for door alarms. Yes. Okay. Let me take these stitch markers out. And then I'm going to try and frog it. See, I've even claimed back 6 stitch markers by frogging these projects. How good's that? And these are Clover stitch markers. If you have not purchased Clover stitch markers, they are amazing. Amazing. Like it's life-changing. It's not life-changing, but they're very good. They don't break. I have a habit of breaking these little, the little locking stitch markers. I have a habit of breaking those. Get a bit too gun-ho and I break them. Especially the cheap ones. If they're just cheap plastic, they don't flex as well, and I'm continuously breaking those. So stitch markers for the win. I've got this cute little star one as well. I must have run out of regular ones. Cute little star. Okay, let's see if I can frog it. Lainey, if I cannot frog this easily, I'm with you, and just say bin it. You know what? This has got a piece of it. Oh, I'm out of screen. That's annoying. I've got a piece of elastic in here. Excuse me, because I had to crochet the elastic in. and then just leave a gap so I can sew it up. So I've actually gained 4 more stitch markers. I've just found another one. So that's, what did I say, 6, 7, 11 stitch markers I've gained. See, there's the elastic, so that's going to come out. This is going to pink. Whoop! So I've gained some elastic back. So let's see if this will frog easily. Look. I thought 100%. Here we go. That this would be really hard because it has a halo. I don't know if it will show up on camera. See the little fluffy bits sticking up? That's called a halo. And they all sort of, when you pull it apart, they all mingle together and hold hands. And you can't frog it very easily. But yay. Yay for the frogs. Linkcraft online only and Big W. Good to know, Natalie. Thank you for that. Oh, Natalie has made a cow with it. I think it would look gorgeous as a cow. Okay, so I went a-digging and found one of your Hobie links. Chantel, you are the best. You don't have Hobie on your website in your favourite things. Well, let's just add that to the list of things to add to my website. But thank you for finding that link for me. I appreciate that. SJ says, I'm off to bed and need to get some sleep. Thank you so much for joining us here on this live chat. I understand it's a very bad time for the USA to be on a live chat. It's crazy o'clock. Sleep well. Well, don't think anything about it. If I drift off, it will be a very long day without sleep. That's okay. You just lay there and just listen. Listen to us. I can talk about what I'm doing. I'm winding yarn from my jogger pants that will have no jogging in them. Oh, I hate it when yarn does that. If you can't frog it, then just chuck it. It's not worth the frustration. I 100% agree. But look at it. It's getting a little stuck. You can hear it. It's just got stuck. Also, too, I think if we frog it slowly, I just literally got stuck. Leanne and Chantel, have you both used this yarn? See you, Chantel. Enjoy your call. And yes, it's exciting to be live streaming it. Live streaming again. It's actually really fun because I had to sit down. So if you didn't catch the beginning of the live stream, this ball of yarn was in 3 sections. Still one piece of yarn, but 3 sections because my dog decided it'd be fun to grab it and run around the room with it whilst shaking it. It literally had it less than 10 seconds, and that thing was in 3 bits. And I actually thought I wouldn't be able to wind it back together without having knots everywhere, but one of my talents managed to get it done. Yeah, it is frogging pretty good. I am actually shocked. I've just seen a mistake in this. Not that I would care if I was wearing it. Where is it? Just there. Well, just there. I've literally missed that stitch. I haven't even crocheted into it. I said it in today's tutorial that I'm editing. I'm a highly trained professional who can't crochet in a stitch that's right in front of them. But you know what? I don't care. that? This dress is so colourful. If a stitch marker drops on it, I cannot even see it. Just put those stitch markers away because I've just left them open and they're very pointy. Yes, I have a loot in my stash to use as well. You can't see it. It's above these two shelves, up the top. There's a whole nother shelf you can't even see. But yes. And I think they come in packets of 5. But they were a very good price, so that's why I grabbed them. Thanks, Lainey. So tired. It's like 10:30 where you are. Yes, time for bed. You don't want to be grumpy at work tomorrow. Thank you for watching. I'll catch up with you soon. Marie says, I used a Lion brand like that once and vowed never to buy it again. Not just for that reason. I didn't like the feel of it either. Oh, that's no good. I think it's a Red Heart yarn and it's called Unforgettable. I'm pretty sure it's been discontinued, which is a shame because it was one of my favorites of the yarns that they did. I've still got some in my stash, but I can't make tutorials with it because, I could if I wanted to. But if I do, I can't. So when you make a video, you put in your affiliate link so you can maybe make some extra money from people making purchases. So I can't really use that in tutorials if I want to make money off purchases because they don't sell it anymore, which is a real shame because it was beautiful. But to frog that stuff, I've never knitted with it, I don't think. I haven't actually used it for a long time. But it's all right. I just had a separate thought. Doesn't matter. What was I saying? Frogging it. Oh my goodness. And that's why I thought this might be bad because it has that halo. You can tell it's kind of fluffy. And when you try and frog the Red Heart Unforgettable yarn, literally you just throw it in the bin. I've also made a blanket in Sierra and donated it to Kogo. Is that knit one, give one? No work. Oh, it's Waitangi Day tomorrow. Yoo-hoo, sleep in. Whoop, whoop. So Waitangi Day it's like Australia Day. It's like the New Zealand holiday, if I remember correctly. Oh, I haven't heard Waitangi Day since I lived there. I miss living in New Zealand. Hey, Bianca. Hi. Welcome. Bianca has also been to Chantel's crafty retreat. We have lots and lots of fun. And the retreat's good because it's not, I can't remember how many people go to it, but it's not huge. So it's sort of intimate. You get to chat with everyone. Yeah, New Zealand is beautiful. Yeah, knit one, give one. So is the idea, say if you're going to knit a hat, you knit a hat and then knit another one for charity? Or can you just like make anything? Even if you haven't knitted one for yourself. That light is very bright now that the daylight's disappeared. That's rather annoying. I need to go over this side. There we go. Not so bright. But am I too quiet? Now I'm away from my microphone. I can't get it any closer to me because it's attached to the desk. Oh. Now this one makes your nose itch because pulling it out like that is creating fluff. I can't remember how so this bit there is a waistband. It's double thickness. I can't remember how I joined it together. So that could potentially be stitched together. If that's the case, it is going in the bin. I am not undoing stitching. Actually, when I frog this, it sounds like sort of like hair ripping, kind of. Not, I don't know. That's a weird way to describe it. No. You might understand it when I say it, when I show you. Can you hear it? You can hear it grabbing each other. Audio is still great. Well, that's awesome. Thank you. Yes, you can knit anything for them. That's great. Is this, Natalie, you're an Australian? You're an Aussie? No, you're good. I can still hear just fine. Excellent. Ah, why have I never heard of this before? You said you're on the central. Uh-oh. You said you're on the central coast, didn't you, Natalie? I think you did. Am I remembering the right person? Someone said they're from the central coast. Knit one, give one. I've never heard of it, but I think that's a fantastic idea. I think I might have hit a knot. Oh, Melbourne. Sorry, you're not the person from the central coast. Oh dear. I think this may be the end. All right, I've got a knot. Why am I holding it up to there? That is a microphone. So can you see it? That there is just knotted up bad. Do I try and frog it or do I bin it? Oh, hang on a minute. What's this bit? I don't know how, but I've found another end. Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like, Leanne. Yeah, bye-bye. I don't know how, but I've managed to find an end. It's not the color sequence of where I was up to, though, which is annoying. So I am going to actually wind this one separately. Don't know how much I'm going to get off it, though. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so far it's going all right. Huh. Don't know how. I don't even... Oh, I can see. Let me... Somehow there is this weird bit. It was obviously where I know I had to... Oh, I must have crocheted that. I don't know. I don't even know. I think I crocheted this. This bit must have been like the band, and I've crocheted it shut, maybe. Who even knows? I'm going to try and cut it out because it's attached in there somehow. This is either going to work or end in disaster. Am I allowed to put this bit in the bin? Chucking a Risto if I can put it in the bin. Oh, there's another bit attached. It's like 2-minute noodles. Okay, so this bit, I don't even know where the end is. Nah, I'm sorry, but this is going in the bin. Throw in roosters. See you later. Goodbye, yarn. I feel so strange putting yarn in the bin. Most link crafts are collection points. Yeah, I haven't been to a link craft in a very long time. Mainly because there's not one near where I live, like locally. There's one about an hour and a half-ish, hour and 20 minutes away. Sometimes it's best not to question things. Yes, you can put that in the bin. Thank you. Oh, this bit's knotting up as well. Well, that's boo. Saying my local one shut down. Oh, your local Linkcraft shut down. Sherilyn, yes, I am an Australian, but I was born in England, lived there for 12 years, and I've lived in New Zealand for a few years. So I've got a weird accent. It's not 100% Aussie. Even my husband this afternoon, I said something. I think I said, leave it in the fridge. But the way I said it, he's like, wow, that was very English. And I didn't even know I'd done it. So sometimes it's like I'm a crossbreed. I'm not a purebred. Sometimes the English gets mixed up with the Australian. I'm not one nor the other. Come on, you. Don't you knot up again as you're going in the bin. Oh, you can literally see. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Between my fingers. So there and there. Can you see that piece of yarn? That is a bit of fluff that's attached itself to the stitch. And it's not actually the yarn that's gone through. It's like a fluffy bit. But if I pull it, it should just break. Yep. That's the easiest way to describe it, that the yarn holds hands with the other fluffy bit. Leanne's saying that yours closed too. So did your Linkcraft close as well? Yeah, I'm a bitzer. Oh, welcome from Queensland. Is it really stinking hot up there today? It was 30 here today, but it was really humid. It was gross. Well, humid for here, not humid for Queensland. Long time knitter, just started to learn to crochet. That's cool, Natalie. Have you got a favourite project so far that you learnt to crochet? Okay, I think considering how much you have, you can bin the rest of it. I will. If this causes me trouble, it is going. It's out. Yeah, pretty hot today. Ugh. Well, it is summer. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't realise Linkcraft stores were closing down. I used to work at Linkcraft a very long time ago. I was 29 when I left there, and I'm 47. That was my job before YouTube. Ah, the yarn gods are on my side. It's letting me frog this. I just need someone to sit there and hold the project whilst I frog it. Any takers? Any volunteers? So for those that have been on a holiday somewhere exciting, where is your favourite place to have a holiday? Sherilyn is in the air conditioning most of the time, so it's good. I think there's a Linkcraft still at Redcliffe. Uh-huh. I must admit, when I worked there, this lady, I don't know who she was, I don't remember her, but I just remember a lady came in and she said, "This," as she walked out, "this shop is a shop full of nothing." And I was like, what? It's like full to the brim of stuff, fabric, yarn, homewares, etc., etc. But now when I go to Lincraft, I don't actually find things I want to buy. It's strange. Well, this is going back quite a few years. When I lived near a Lincraft, I didn't like their yarn. And I didn't really sew, so I didn't need their fabric. And I didn't like their homewares either. It's almost like a cheaper version of Spotlight. If there's any Aussies here, do you think that? Is it like a cheaper version of Spotlight? Spotlight and Lincraft are our big box stores. Fluff. Big box stores here in Australia that sell craft items. And Spotlight, I don't know about Lincraft because I'm not subscribed to them, but Spotlight has a huge sale every second day. I would put my hands won't go through my tablet screen. Oh, I would, but my hand, yeah. Here you go. Hang on to that. There's so many beautiful places in the world. I can't pick one. It really is, isn't there? So make sure you've given it a thumbs up if you haven't already. That would be amazing. I've been chatting for an hour and 46 minutes. I think we might go to about 2 hours because it's now 20 to 9 at night. So time for me to go to bed. Tomorrow I have a busy day. Tomorrow our local pub holds bingo and I am the bingo caller. I share it with a gentleman that does it as well. We go months. It's only on once a month, the bingo. And I do 1 month. And then a gentleman named Terry, he does the other month. I just take it in turns. It's all volunteer. So it's just a good fun. And then there's probably about 10 people that go. I live in a small town. There's about 10 people that go. And then we have lunch afterwards. So it's always lovely. And then in the afternoon, it starts at 4, but you can turn up at any time. I guess from 4 to about 8:30 is line dancing. So last year, about halfway through the year, I took up line dancing. And it's so much fun. So much fun. I used to do Zumba, but the Zumba lady stopped coming to our town because she moved away. Did she? Not that it matters because you don't know her. I think she moved to Adelaide, but she might not have. She may have moved to Queensland. I don't know. Anyway, she moved away, so we had numbers drop, so the lady stopped teaching us. But I did it for, I think, a couple of years. So that was fun. So now I'm doing line dancing. Basically, if it's some form of dancing, I'm going to do it because I just love it. I love the music. I like everything about it. Only been 3 times to Lincraft. Hey Sandra, England, UK here, 9:45 a.m, cold and sunny. Well, at least the sun's out. What part of the UK are you in? Taswegian 76 says, yeah, Lincraft have closed a lot of stores in the last 6 or 7 years. The one in the Sydney CBD closed a while ago. Really? That was quite a big shop, wasn't it? I think I went to that once, many years ago. Cheryl says, I've rarely found what I want, so haven't been for years. Yeah, that's what I found when I went to Lincraft. I couldn't find what I needed. They just didn't have what I needed. Spotlight is sort of the norm and getting more of the plush yarns in, and the mill ends have been good buys. They are really good buys. I've bought them mill ends before too. They're fantastic. Spotlight, I've been just today actually to pick up an embroidery hoop. Go me. Can't wait to see your embroidery. Why are you frogging the yarn? Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to the chat. So this was a project. You'll have to watch the replay to see what it was. It's a project I'm never going to finish. The last time I crocheted on it was in about August last year. So we are frogging it, finishing it, or throwing it out. And this can go in the bin if this yarn gets stuck. It got stuck before, but then I managed to find another end, and then we've managed to save pretty much this whole project, which is awesome. Do you all do the fancy calls like two little ducks? Yes. Yes, I do. I try to remember them. I don't know them all. Some of them aren't politically correct anymore, like number 8 and number 88. Some of our ladies get offended, which is fine. So 88 is two little snowmen. That's what I've changed it to, just me. I've changed mine to that. And 8 is one little snowman. And so 22 is one little duck, two little ducks, and 21 is a duck with his stick. I don't know why that cracks me up. Oh, yep. I try and just make up silly calls like that. Keeps it interesting. I'm in Essex, north of London. I was in London not too long ago, back in April last year. April last year? I think it was April. My parents grew up in Bermondsey, which is, I think, south. And my auntie lives in Bexley Heath, but I'm pretty sure that's not actually London. It's on the outskirts of the London borough, or whatever it's called. And went to London, went to Greenwich Park and the Cuttersuck. I've been to the Cuttersuck before because I'm English, and I've been back a number of times. I have done the Cuttersuck before, so we didn't do it this time. We just walked along the Thames there, where you can walk near the Cuttersuck, and then we went grab lunch and all that jazz. Yep, didn't like the project anymore, so frogged it. Frogged it? That's a new word. Frogged it. I have the same yarn and not happy because it's too thick. So now I will frog and start new. Yeah, are you in, Elizabeth, are you in Australia too? This is the Peyton Sierra. That's what I'm frogging. It's really beautiful yarn. It's a 80% acrylic and 20% wool, 150 grams, which is, I know 100 grams is 3.5 ounces. So it's just a bit more than that. Probably about like 5 ounces or something. And it's 375 meters. Uses a size 4mm or a size G crochet hook. And it comes in wonderful colors. I was going to make some crochet pants with it. I call them tracksuit pants. You may call them joggers or sweatpants. But I just knew I wouldn't finish it. Like, why am I hanging on to it? Why is it sitting there mocking me, reminding me that I'm never going to finish it? And why did I start it? I know I started it because I wanted to be like everybody else at the retreat. They had pants made out of this yarn, and I did not. And I was having serious FOMO. They actually knitted theirs, but I am not. I mean, I can knit fairly quick. But again, knitting a project that big, I would not have stuck to that. And I knew if I crocheted it, I could do it a lot faster. I think I might be at the time when I'm going to bin this because somehow I'm all tied up. Oh, you're in USA. So it's probably a very similar yarn. Oh, I don't know if you can see the fluff, but there's fluff. Hope you have a living day, Lizzie, in Battle UK. I don't understand. By hook or by needles. Hello, Sam. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Melbourne. Melbourne? I can't say Melbourne. Melbourne? Is that how you would say it? I'm like you. I don't work on a project for 6 to 8 weeks and I frog it. Yeah. I feel like if you look at the project, it's like, is it Maria, what's that lady that chucks all the stuff out? Maria Kondo? Something like that. Oh, I'm at the point. There we go. That bit is going in the bin. I think that's pretty good considering we saved all this and then all the yarn that's wrapped around the ball. Goodbye. You're fired. Yes, Bianca knitted a skirt out of it and it was absolutely gorgeous. Did you also knit a top as well? I think was it a jumper or like a t-shirt? Like a short sleeve style. There is so much fluff. Sorry, not picking my nose. Melbourne, haha. Yeah. Leanne saying, you know what? It looks really beautiful in that yarn. A straight corner to corner. Casey's mum did one. Yes, she did. Deb did one too. Casey's mum, was she working at the craft retreat? I know it was at the craft retreat and I saw it and it was stunning. Maybe. Maybe. Because I like to have a blanket on the go. So I had a granny square that I was a big granny square blanket, just one big massive one that I was making for my niece. And I finished that. That now lives at her house on her bed. Proud auntie. She's on her bed. And every time I go up there, the deal is when I go up to stay, every school holidays I go up to stay for about a week and I crochet another round on it. So as she gets bigger, the blanket gets bigger. So I finished that technically. It's at her house. It is finished. So I really want to do a corner to corner blanket because I've never made one. And we were talking, I don't know if anyone on here was on the live last night. Was anybody that's in here at the minute on the live that we had last night? And we were talking about the corner to corner blanket. And this looks gorgeous. Casey's mum, I can't think of her name now. It's been a while since the retreat. Casey's mum made the corner to corner blanket in this style yarn. It's actually, I don't know what color it was, but it was this brand of yarn. So the Peyton's, whoa, Peyton Sierra. It was this brand yarn and it looked stunning. Leanne, you may have got me to start a corner to corner. Wendy, that was it. Yes, Wendy was there last year. I was actually sitting next to her at the retreat on the tables. So her corner to corner blanket was there, and I kept looking at it, just thinking, "Oh, that's so amazing, so amazing!" And it was absolutely gorgeous. And I loved the way the colors worked up in that yarn. And I have enough. I don't know. I wonder how many balls of yarn she used for hers, because I do have. It's either 4 or 5 in the packets that they come in. So I've still got a whole pack of that. Hey, Casey. Yeah, she's finished it. I needed a cardigan as well. That was it, a cardigan. I do one too, but I only had a 4 ball, so I striped some stash yarn in the middle. I really liked it. Does it pill? That's what I'm worried about. Is it a pilly yarn? I think it's gonna be a corner to corner. Because I've seen it worked in the corner to corner, and it is gorgeous. Ooh, Nevada. Wonder which one was the Nevada. This one's they only have color numbers on the back. This is 3190. I have to look it up later on. Corner to corners are fun and satisfying. Yes. And it's one of those projects that you can put down really easily. And once you've got a few rows in, you sort of it's sunk into your brain. So you remember the pattern. It's not something that you need a pattern for and you have to keep changing it all the time, which is what I want. Sorry. I want a project. So I like the granny square because it's easy to do. I personally do not need a pattern. And I can actually crochet that with my eyes closed. I've made so many. And I think the corner to corner has that rhythm. I like the rhythm of the granny squares because it's just 3 stitches in the one hole. I think it might be 4 stitches on a corner to corner, but it has that rhythm. If you've made a corner to corner, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I think, I know I want a project like that. It's got to be simple. It's got to be easy. That means the same thing. So it's got to be easy and simple, and it's got to not have a pattern that I have to keep looking at because that will just annoy me. And you've got to be able to pick it up, put it down, shove it in the yarn bag, shove it in a bag and take it somewhere, because most of my projects, I do take places. I have a craft group I go to on a Monday, which I'd easily be able to take it there. I probably need a really big project bag once it gets really big. But that's okay. I could work with that. Do it. When you made it in the Nevada color, stunning. Corner to corners are fun and satisfying. Seven, I think. Oh. But corner to corner, sorry, I've got fluff up my nose. Corner to corner, correct me if I'm wrong, because I have actually never made one. I've only done like a little swatch sample. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of crochet until you've got halfway-ish, and then you start your decreasing. So you can kind of guess how much yarn that you're going to need for it. So you have all your yarn, and you can go, I know I can make it this big once you get to that stage in your crochet, and then you start to decrease. Do corner to corners have edgings? I don't even know. Marie's saying the Premier puzzle yarn also works out really beautifully in the corner to corner. Is that a long color changing yarn? I swear I've snorted fluff. My nose is so itchy. Aren't they? Casey, Wendy was the first one I saw. It truly shocked me how lovely it was. Absolutely. Same. Yes, very pilly. Really? I wonder if I care, though, if it was a blanket. Probably not. I've never tried corner to corner. We'll have to wait until winter gets here. Yes. Charlene, I agree. It's really not one to whether to make a blanket here in Aussie, is it? Corner to corner is very fun pattern. Awesome. I've only ever done graft corner to corners, but it's on my list to do a corner to corner. Was it hard, Leanne? Did you find that hard, the graph ones? They look really cool. I guess you're only changing. It's like them. I don't know if you've done the mosaic, but it's kind of like that. You're just You do one row. Wait, it's not like that. You do change color mid-row, don't you, with the graph garns? Yeah, the long color changes are gorgeous, gorgeous. If you do a square, that theory works, but not for a rectangle. Uh-huh. Did Wendy make a rectangle? I think it was rectangle. I'm trying to think back. I don't think it was a square. Oh, excuse me. And making a rectangle corner is a whole different ball game. I know that obviously it's a different method, so kind of the same method but different. I think I need to make a square one first so I get the concept. I've got the corner to corner granny stitch ones, and I know, and I've done rectangle and square. God, I've forgotten done those. Got so many patterns. It's crazy. Is it a long color changing yarn? Yes, it is. It's very long color changing. Bianca says, I didn't even wear my cardigan so often, but it's all pilly on the sleeves. It's knitted in garter stitch. Maybe that's made it worse. That is such a shame. Yeah, the sleeves like under here, under your arm there seems to be the worst. And also like down the sides. Yeah, that's annoying. But I bet it looks amazing. So made a corner to corner in latte cakes. Was quite drapey. Nice, 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 nice. The edges are so neat with a corner to corner, so no need for a border. Yes, that's awesome. I didn't find it too hard. You work with bobbins for all your color changes. You follow a chart to make the picture. Huh. Square corner to corner first, baby steps. And then maybe a rectangle. And then maybe the graph ones. Kinga from My Hobby is Crochet. She has some really cool corner to corner graph. I don't know why I'm saying graphs. That's very English. Graphs. Aussies say graphs. It just sounds weird. Graphs. I don't know. See, I'm confused what nationality I am. The graphs. The graphs. Oh dear. Whatever they're called. She has some really cool ones. I think like there were zoo animals or something. I'm sure they were something to do with animals. I didn't find it too hard. Oh, I've already read that. Yeah. Okay. I've always heard it as graphs. Yeah. That's what I hear too when I just said it. And that's why I was like, hang on, no, graphs. Graphs sounds posher. Graphs sounds very Australian. Anyway, I have been chatting for 2 hours and 10 minutes. It is now just gone 9 o'clock PM here. Thank you so much for joining me here on the chat. Let me know if this is a good time for you to chat, or if it isn't. I want to try and do a later one, which is about now. And then I want to do an earlier one to try and get sort of like both sides of the world to try and get into a live chat, because some people miss out. I hope you've had a fantastic time, because I know I have. Make sure you're getting some crochet done this week. I will talk to you very soon. Happy crochet. Bye.